Flooding rain and a collapsed hospital ceiling have marked the ferocity of Cyclone Fina as the severe system drags its destructive weather across the top end. On Sunday morning, the cyclone shifted further out to sea, triggering a new round of warnings across the region. Fina remains a small but intense Category 3 cyclone, located about 75 kilometers west-northwest of Dundee Beach and 130 kilometers west of Darwin, moving west-southwest at 8 kilometers per hour. Sustained winds near the center are 150 kilometers per hour, with gusts up to 205 kilometers per hour. NT Police Force Incident Controller Emma Carter said roofing partially collapsed at Royal Darwin Hospital but that no patients or staff have been injured. The reports are that a small section of ceiling approximately 4 square meters has collapsed on the first floor near the lifts at Royal Darwin Hospital. She told ABC Radio Darwin. The area has been isolated and power is being switched to essential supply while safety checks are completed. The NT's Minister for Health Steve Edgington said he had spoken directly with the CEO of NT Health, who now has engineers on site assessing the structural integrity of the damaged area. Power has been isolated. Thank you to all the doctors, nurses and staff who are busy working on the front line as we all feel the effects of Tropical Cyclone Fina. He posted on social media. The Bureau reported gusts exceeding 200 kilometers at Melville Island, extending to Bathurst Island. Very destructive wind gusts to 185 kilometers per hour are no longer expected over mainland or island communities. But destructive gusts to 155 kilometers per hour remain possible along exposed coastal areas of the Cox Peninsula, including Dundee Beach. Weather Zone reported on Saturday that Fina strengthened into a severe Category 3 cyclone over the Van Diemen Gulf, becoming the first severe November cyclone in the Australian region in 20 years. The system produced wind gusts near 205 kilometers per hour around its core and delivered intense rainfall across the northwest top end, including more than 200 millimeters in some locations. Heavy to locally intense rainfall is expected to continue around Darwin and adjacent inland areas through the morning, extending southwest to Daly River mouth, with flash flooding possible. Coastal residents between Cape Hotham and Warroo, as well as the Tiwa Islands, are warned that tides may remain elevated with large waves and minor flooding of low-lying areas. The Northern Territory Emergency Service, NTES, has issued an updated Watch and Act warning from Dundee Beach to Wada, advising residents that there is a heightened threat and they must take action now to protect themselves and their families. The NTES says destructive winds, torrential rain, dangerous flooding, storm tide and possible disruption to essential supplies are expected across affected areas. Residents are urged to enact emergency plans, secure loose items and stay informed via Secure NT, ABC Local Radio and the Bureau of Meteorology. Gales with damaging gusts to 120 kilometers per hour remain likely between Dundee Beach and Daly River mouth and may extend further south towards Wadi later today if the system shifts. A separate NTES, decreasing threat, advice has been issued for the central and western Tiwa Islands, Darwin, the Cox Peninsula and areas north of Dundee Beach to Cape Hotham, where gales have eased but damaging winds. Showers and storms remain possible. Emergency drone assessments will be underway and residents are urged not to fly personal drones. Flood advice remains current for multiple river systems, including the Fitzmaurice, Moya, Finnis, Lower Daly, Tiwa Islands, Upper Adelaide, Adelaide River below Adelaide River Town, Mary River and Wildman River. Localized flooding is occurring with further rises expected. The Bureau reports widespread rainfall totals between 100 millimeters and 200 millimeters in the 24 hours to 9 a.m. Sunday, with an isolated total above 400 millimeters reported. Significant river rises are underway and roads may become impassable. Bands of heavy to locally intense rain are extending across northern parts of the Daly district, with 6-hour totals of 80 to 120 millimeters likely and isolated falls up to 160 millimeters possible. Damaging wind gusts to 100 kilometers per hour may also occur with thunderstorms. Middle Point reported 360 millimeters in 12 hours to 5:56 a.m. While Arnhem Highway, Adelaide River, reported 202.5 millimeters in 12 hours to 6:18 a.m. Gales may also extend to coastal parts of the North Kimberley and Wallis, though Wyndham and Kununurra are not expected to be affected. On Saturday night, Northern Territory Chief Minister Leah Finocchiaro said the worst of the cyclone is expected to hit the Northern Territory about 7 p.m. "Certainly we're bracing for a tough night," Ms. Finocchiaro told Newswire. "Winds are certainly increasing. It's quite gusty. It's just been consistent rain all day." She said Wollongong is also experiencing an increase in winds and rain. "We are expecting a rapid increase between now and the early evening. And with that all sorts of different things could happen. We would expect trees to be down. Power may be cut off in some areas," she said. "There's going to be destructive winds experienced by thousands of Territorians. People just really need to stay safe, bunker down, and look after their family, friends and pets." Bureau of Meteorology meteorologist Jonathan Howe said damaging and destructive winds could still cause outages and flash flooding, with up to 200 millimeters of rainfall reported in coastal areas. NTES advises people in coastal locations around the Cox Peninsula, the central and western Tiwa Islands, and areas from Daly River mouth to Cape Hoffman, including Darwin, to stay calm, remain in a secure shelter, and secure any outside property, including boats, playground equipment, chairs, and tables. Federal Emergency Management Minister Christy McBain warned on Friday that TC Fina could move towards Darwin on Saturday, and said she had been in touch with the Northern Territory's chief minister. "It is really important that we heed the advice of our emergency authorities right now." She also said generators had been pre-deployed. The cyclone is expected to remain a severe tropical cyclone throughout Sunday as it moves southwest through the southern Timor Sea. It is forecast to begin weakening on Monday as it nears the North Kimberley coast. Earlier warnings told residents in Minjilong and surrounding communities to urgently shelter as destructive winds and torrential rain hit parts of Croker Island. In the lead up to TC Fina's arrival, the chief minister has ordered several schools to close their doors until the severe weather passes. School closures include Nila Kapiti School, Pularumpi School, Pirlingempi, Wurumi School and Mamalini School, Minjilong. Non-government schools on the Tiwa Islands will provide status updates or can be contacted directly to confirm their status. The government website says, "Carers of school-aged children and vulnerable residents should now be released to attend to their carer responsibilities." As severe winds and rain smashes part of the Tiwa Islands, several rivers and creeks across the northwest coast have been subjected to dangerous flooding. Overnight, Croker Island recorded 135 millimeters of rainfall, with more wet weather on the way. A flood watch is in place for the Finnis River, Adelaide River below Adelaide River Town, Mary River, Wildman River, South Alligator River, East Alligator River, Boomadeer River and the Tiwa Islands. Many roads may become impassable and some communities and homesteads may become isolated. The Bureau said.
¿Qué hacemos? Aquí, tu madre. Ay, mira. Digo, háblale a tu papá que no venga. Papá, ¿qué hacemos, papá? ¿Qué vamos a hacer, mamita? ¿Se cortó la luz? El móvil nos va a reventar la cara.
Está bien, pero el fin se cayó ya.
Ui, một cây vàng này.